And welcome back, YouTube. And we should just be about getting a time estimate for how long we should go without having the drive fill up again. In the meantime, let's get to working on these designs. That's going there. Where did I leave off? So we got Gene Lab should be attached, steel, circuits, glass, I believe. So steel glass circuits. And then some of these, I forget which one's which. That's going to be the problem with those, I suppose. What are you? Nickel. First one's nickel. Do I need nickel? Don't need nickel. Okay, that's not it. That means it's probably that one. That one. That one. Look at that. Okay, so that's the steel. For glass. Lead, titanium, duraluminum, plastic. Yeah, so I think it's all of those up there. Definitely one we had to skip. I miscount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I should be using all these. Even sorted steel, circuits, glass, steel. Ah, missing circuits. Which then means I need glass. No, steel circuit. Steel glass circuits. And then we have, so that's U sorted, U sorted, U sorted, U sorted, and I got 4. Oh, I have a, yeah, I have an extra one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 8. What am I missing? So top to bottom is lead, plastic, duraluminum, titanium. So you're lead. You're plastic. You're duraluminum. You're titanium. Okay. Okay. So that is the creature chamber. That's top of the to-do list. Next is reproductive chamber, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. That's a lot of different things coming in there. Did I actually get concrete on the bus? I think we got concrete on the bus. Yes, we have concrete on the bus. Yeah, 3, 6, 7. I suppose I can kick you down to the bottom, make that another space to get 9. Okay. I'm not able to build those because I'm out of iron. Oh, and belt. So we'll hold off building those just because I don't have the belt. So this one needs iron. Feed it iron like so. Just put the right recipe in if I wanted to make sense. Reproductive chamber. So iron comes first. Then small parts. Then, so we've got the engines. The engine's coming up from the bottom. So we got engines, iron, steel parts, steel, or small parts, steel. Something that... Oh, that's the log belt. That makes sense. That's the logs. I haven't put logs in the belt yet. I'm trying to remember why I have an empty belt on the bus, and it makes sense because I've used the logs, but I haven't actually made the industry just worth logs yet. Okay. Done, 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 done. Is it, brick concrete next? Brick concrete. Oh, I missed brick. There's brick. Skip to you as brick. concrete. It's that one. I don't think we need glass in this one. I think it's the first one I don't need glass. So then we're looking titanium. Oh no, it is glass. Glass and titanium. Is that the glass? That's the glass. Titanium's the last one in that batch. Okay. So that should work for you. And then we'll go do a run to grab some actual belts to put these together. Anyway, we got an ETA of 27 hours where the disk runs out of drive. So I should not be running out of space again during the stream. I'll have to make sure to clear the drive before we do the next Factorio stream a little bit more thoroughly. A bunch of belts. Don't need inserters. I do need the undergrounds. We need the U. Grab some iron. We're running down the belt a bit. Should allow me to build some more splitters. There we go. I missed one. I should have one on that belt, I think. Find out in a moment. Okay, so that's the 4 things we don't have. The bus, that's why they're not actively supplied. That makes sense. In. And we connect you to there, we connect you to there. So I should, that one obviously won't be supplied because it's not on the bus yet. I should be able to see what the missing thing is relatively quickly. Looks like simple circuit boards. I forget to put simple circuit board in the build-in for... Yes. You are, okay. There we go. So I should just be short. What happened? I had... Oh, steel. Explain. Concrete brick, concrete brick. Oh, I gotta put the inserters in if I want to actually see them show up in the recipe. Yeah, so steel is on its way down. That'll leave us with just the titanium, which, yes, is the one I'm missing to get on the bus. Got a belt for it, but I don't have the belt hooked up to anything yet. Okay, after reproductive complex is going to be the microcosm mine. No, let's try to get a little bit more assemblage here. Here's the concrete. What is the concrete? Stand here, that'll be best. Move the bus a little bit, and then I'm gonna go deal with maybe try and hook some stuff up to the bus. We need nickel. No, it was tin, titanium, plastic, duraluminum. Some of those are going to be hard to bring up. Well, some of them might just not be worth bringing up in the normal sense. What I might do is I might go grab a chest. I might put a chest at the end of some of those ones. And then go retrieve a chest load of stuff. Where did I leave my car parked? Car parked over there. Filling the car up is probably the best way to get some of that stuff back here. So we get like a carload slowly unloading onto the bus. That will give us some progress on some of those recipes running. Really show the recipes are running properly from the bus standpoint. One of those is actually still missing. Oh, this is not like completely connected, if I remember correctly. And then in the gap here, we're not supposed to have stuff. That's where I'm going to put all the junk stuff that I don't think we really want for the trip here. That way I can remember we're coming back here as soon as I've got this sorted. Okay, so I'll shove most of this back in the inventory. And then we'll get this the belt here deployed. Grab the car. Go retrieve first nickel and then plastic and then tin and that sort of stuff. One at a time. There we go. So we get some of that material on the bus. Should be a functional bus at that end. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, but with a carload instead of whatever I just said randomly in my inventory. Okay, I'm going to have to hopefully not crash into things, so I'm not bringing any repair packs with me. Put those in the chest. weave through there with minimum damage to the plumbing. Okay, first stop, plastic. Need titanium, lead, and duraluminum. I think were the other three or so. Here's the titanium. Let me actually grab a car. Got wrong. Rock hole in the car. 500 something-ish. There we go. This is lead. See if I can actually drive the car in to avoid all the obstacles. I'm not doing a perfect job of that. Okay, duraluminum next. It's the full quartet I was trying to pick up. I think I didn't take the power pole out. It's damaged, but damage still functions. Which means the next time I'll probably break it. Do I need nickel too? Stop getting some nickel while we're here. Here's the duraluminum. Of course I hit a stone. Giant boulder in the middle of the road. Well, there's no road here, that's also the problem. There we go. So, lead goes in that one. Tin goes in that one. Titanium goes in that one. Aluminum in that one. Plastic in that one. Coal, ash, one chest. Okay. Take my stuff back. Yep, there we go. Obviously, I'm not going to fix everything crashed into on that trip, but I can fix the car. And now I can go test to see if I put things on the right build. Did I connect the things correctly? Because if I didn't, they will be going to the wrong place, and it'll be very noticeable. Yep, so that was plumbed up right. I don't have the plastic to see, but I assume the plastic's probably done right. No duraluminum's arrived there yet. Plastic, yeah. A little worried. Your aluminum was plumbed wrong on that one. Yep, that's a wrong. Oh, that could definitely be worse. That's just the duraluminum is not going in that path. You got duraluminum. You got plastic. Be the next one up from that. Has plastic not arrived? There's the plastic. Yeah, the plastic just hasn't arrived. Okay, and welcome back, YouTube highlights. Between the last highlight and this highlight, we had a little bit of an oops with running out of recording space. So I had to pause the game to do a bunch of stuff, but we're at the point where we got a couple of items to check off the checklist. So, creature chamber, we've got assembled here. The bus is assembled for this. Technically, right now, I've got a chest at the front start of the bus supplying plastic and duraluminum and titanium and lead, so this is not super sustainable, but the bus is assembled for that. Same thing with the reproductor chamber. So 2 more I can take off the bus. Just gotta get those more permanently hooked up. We got temporary solutions for right now. Creature chamber, reproductive complex. And that's, I think, where we're gonna put the complete that highlight. We'll probably be back in the next one, probably with a couple microcosm, and maybe the next 2 on here. I don't think I'm going to get far enough through to actually start building out the Varrock expanded setup, but probably get there next stream. But yeah, if you're watching YouTube pilots, they'll probably be another highlight later in this video. Catch you all in a moment. And if you're watching in Twitch, we're going to continue building out the base. I'm going to go check up on the science. Actually, I'm going to go grab some refined coal and then check on the science, because I think the science is going to want some more refined coal after what we've changed with it. I think that's the only thing it doesn't actually, or one of the only things it doesn't necessarily self-feed itself anymore. Or doesn't self-feed itself yet. And it doesn't make sense to necessarily have it self-feed itself that yet. Down here, here's the coal. Pick that up, 350. Then we run over to the science location. Out of coal, as expected. So give me the coal. And you got an alternative source of stone. And seaweed. Over here we got 21 science. I know what happened. Barrels got put on the out the wrong out. Barrels got put out the wrong out. Yeah, between the coal and the barrels, that should be a little bit more functional now. Barrels being fixed. Another 30 science in our inventory. Oh, interesting. Because I've turned this off. Yeah, okay. That's fine. It means it's starting to be time, coming up time on moving to the new one. Okay, that should be enough to use up the remaining automation packs there. Also probably enough to finish up the tin processing. What is our tech? It's like 50 seconds. I'll not quite lower roll as far as 50 seconds. We'll say it's like 60 seconds. Although I'm not gonna build that much right now. Try and say, well, we'll set the 2 labs up we got on the science when we get over here, and then when that 3rd one finishes up working through its stuff, we'll go grab it and move it as well. Go. Tin processing done. And we're now on the new automation setup. In theory, you can provide 1 automation science a second. And technically it's 2 for all the tech, so means I can do about, what, 30 techs a minute? If it was just automation science, it isn't. I definitely don't make Sci-Pack 1 that quick. Microbiology. Phytoplankton. Jerky plus water equals phytoplankton, okay. Or tin plus water equals phytoplankton. Hemp, wood, petri dish, pressurized air, and Zogna bacteria. Didn't process, just recipes for existing buildings. Okay. Oh, I should check up. It's been a while. I should check up on the fluid drills. Building them out. Another 18 drills. It's running down to potentially try to finish out current level build out on the zinc. Yes, the zinc. like to get another row of these in. I think I have enough to get the next row in. And then it'd probably be good to get the aluminum to do similar. These around the wrong way. You have to fix. That fixed it, yeah. Rated my 1000th Pack 1. Interesting. That was with a vaguely hand-fed setup. So if you're watching this on YouTube, a highlighter or editor me has hopefully come back and put this in the highlights. Wasn't expecting to have hit 1000 pack there, seeing as the setup is still mostly hand-fed. Well, actually, I suppose at this point we're down to just hand-feeding the refined coal into the setup. But yeah, 1000 pack 1. Well, we'll be back with a proper build highlight and build review in a moment. And yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, I was not expecting to hit 1000 pack there. Hit it. It's been done. So grab it and try to put it in the lab and get science done. Wooden chest, stone brick, steel plate, iron plate. Interesting. Get some big buffer storage, yes. Another 15 pack 1. You're empty, because you're waiting on that, which is waiting on that, which is waiting on that, which is waiting on you, which is waiting on you. Although, you actually having problems, or is it just running slow? It's just running slow. The proper recipe has, I think, 40 of those. Because if you don't feed them food, they don't reproduce particularly fast. Yeah, my 0.5, I want it to be... My 0.5 go fast option is 40 of those, so... I guess that's the rate limiting in the setup. And you're empty. Time to take you. What's the power grid like? Yeah, got surplus power. Either the geothermals helped a lot, or I've just having problems with trying to get the base to really get up and eat all my power in my power grid. I suspect it's probably the latter. I suspect I'm not doing a very good job of actually keeping the base running full tilt. Usually with something being a bottleneck somewhere. Right now it's the more exotic materials. Okay, microcosm mine and incubator. Coming up. Microcosm mine, okay. Then the incubator. Okay, so we're gonna... That one's pretty easy, that one's pretty easy. Although this is requiring some interesting stuff. This one's mostly stuff I've got, so it's gonna be pretty easy. How many reproductive complexes do I need? There. We'll keep it to a stack size of one then. These are probably gonna be like one. These are surprisingly expensive things. I think it's a building I usually use when I'm going to be making new life, not necessarily reproducing the existing. Same here. Microcosm mine. Mechanical inserter, which I probably want to make again on the bus. Again, just to instead of trying to drag it down the bus. Stone brick fluid mining drill, air core conductor, small parts glass. So 4 come off the bus, 2 come off. Well, the 4 come off the main bus, 2 come off of the byproducts of other things made on the bus. Okay. There goes mine. 6 feeds. So I don't need you. Microcosm mine go anything. Yes. So I do want some access to it. Does not need regular iron. Need one thing coming from the right, one thing coming off the belt, although it's not steam engines. Or things coming off the bus, okay. For simplicity, I think I will put the U back in. That gives me better spacing for the stuff I need to bring in. Fluid mining drill. Maybe one of the reasons I don't have a lot of fluid mining drills. They get used in things. That's not fluid mining drill. Convenient as that might be. There's the fluid mining drill. Iron parts. Iron parts. Parts. Air core conductors. Okay. So parts, air core conductors, stone brick glass. Stone brick, then glass. And guess amount of parts, again, as usual. Not enough parts. Everything wants parts. One of these days we're going to figure out a better way to make parts, I think. Or, well, really lean into just making more parts. Nylon parts, small parts, advanced parts. I don't think all those parts. Do we have multiple recipes for parts? Or is it just the one recipe and it's just made in multiple different buildings? There is an alter. Well, you can straight up cast them. Okay, that's probably the best way to make them. Instead of making them 2 at a time, every 0.2 seconds in a standard assembly machine, you can make 35 at a time, once a second. So, yeah, that's 10 v 35. 35. The building's got to be a lot more expensive, and the recipe has to be a lot more expensive. But borax rubber, advanced coat, casting, different types of molten, some hot air. To be fair, I have seen what hot air looks like in this game. And hot air sounds like it would be easy. Sounds like it would be easy. That's all I'm going to comment on as far as hot air is for the moment. Probably enough space for the next one. Incubator. Incubator. 6-part. 2 come off of the lower area here. Okay, shouldn't be too hard to do. Incubator used in other things. It's upgrade. That's it. Okay. Again, hoping that by the time we are doing the upgrades on the basic machines, we're in like bot mall time. Which would hopefully be a much more compact mall at that point. Steam engines. Small parts. Glass. Was that titanium duraluminum? Okay. I'll just roll with it. We're off by 1, but it'll be fine. Okay, I just need to find the microcosm, or not the microcosm, the gasifier. Or we have that on down here. I might not even have it on any of the ones that actually come down yet. I do not. There's the gasifier. Sorry about that. You might have heard the wind-up to that cough. It was not the intention. I think I got muted before I got into full-on coughing territory there, but I probably didn't get it all. Okay, so there's the incubator. I'm gonna go one more thing before I bring the stream to close. No, we're over an hour at this point. I think that come out of the coughing is probably a good sign that we should probably be thinking about bringing it to a close sooner rather than later. Let me finish up the bus up here. We'll do a quick build review for YouTube, and we'll do the outro to the video. I've run out of bus, or run out of belt. Time to go get more belt. Okay. If editor me has successfully edited the video correctly, once more we're in the highlights, and probably the last highlight for this highlight video. At this point, I think the highlight video is actually going to span 4 different days, so it's probably time it gets combined into one highlight video and actually posted. I think we should be over 30 minutes at this point. My estimates from the other videos is correct. So, previous one, we just went over the reproductive complex over there. Since then, we've added the microcosm mine and the incubator, both of which are a little bit more reliably running than some of the earlier stuff. Although we're still got the odd resource that we're struggling with. Like, yeah, we're making small parts. We're not, given how long the bus is, we're not really making enough. And then titanium has been supplied to the bus via dropping it in a chest at the beginning. I have 2 different mines how to deal with titanium and a couple other resources. The best solution until I get caravans is to just run it on a giant belt across the entire map. I may end up just procrastinating until we get to caravans and just having the caravans bring things like titanium plate to the bus. Although I suppose the titanium plate is down. Yeah, that's still pretty far. Okay, we got titanium plate. It wants to come up to the bus. Actually, wants to come up to this end of the bus. We got lead, same thing. Although the lead right now is going to here. So getting the leftover lead from here up to there isn't going to be too hard. Zinc isn't actually on the bus yet, but I suspect we'll soon have that one there. Tin's on the bus, so that needs to get up. Again, going about halfway. We need to get the other half. Probably remake duraluminum. I've only got one maker making duraluminum. That's aluminum plus copper. So we find a convenient place that's copper and aluminum near each other. We'll probably make a duraluminum place. Again, that probably will be far enough away from the bus that it would probably make sense to do like a caravan to drag it over there. In fact, there's aluminum, there's copper. We could put duraluminum in the middle. And that might actually make sense when we actually do the upgrade on the copper, is to divert some to do duraluminum with the copper there. So if we're keeping this one for supplying the base, then maybe this one becomes duraluminum with that one. Plans, future plans, plans that may never come together. But yeah, we got things to improve the bus, but at the moment we're working with the to-do list, which reminds me I should be checking these things off the to-do list. Microcosm mine. Done. Incubator. Well, not necessarily well fed by the bus, also done on the bus. For the next big build out, I think during the next stream, and I suppose probably the next highlight video at this point, we'll be working the bus data array, the bus Varick, the bus slaughterhouse, and the bus research center. I believe with those 4 done, we'll be in a position to properly size up SciPack 1. Got the recipe I want to run for SciPack 1, which is this massive recipe. The big things in it that are just going to take up a lot are Varick products and reproductive complexes. So 40 of those, 10 of those. In theory, we got these being built. Those are probably... we got to get those going next part. At this point, I think, if you remember the build review of the original hand-fed SciPack 1, due to just having the time and the resources and other things shut down, for example, we've torn out the old circuit processor, so I've sort of fed some of the unused stuff into the setup. At this point, I think we're only hand-feeding coal into the setup. So other than coming by and dropping coal off and picking up the SciPack 1s, it's mostly running on its own. So it's more of scale up rather than automate, although we are still automating the iron, or automating the refined coal into it. I think it's technically called coal. I'm referring to refined coal to discriminate against raw coal, which is what you refine it from. Yeah, we got 3 more things to put on the bus. No, 4 more things to put on the bus. And then, given enough time, we should be ready to scale SciPack 1 up. And then probably, I suspect with the ratio that I'm going to go for, we'll very rapidly blow through most of SciPack 1 stuff. In fact, I would not be surprised if I blow through SciPack 1, the rest of SciPack 1 stuff, way too fast and get a massive to-do list again. We're working the to-do list down, but it's not going to take much to make this blow back up into a massive list again, if we get the tech speed going faster. And in fact, I feel like we are getting the tech speed going faster, even without doing that. Yeah, we got in this tech done with the phytoplankton farm and fish farms on the list. But yeah, the run is going well. At least I think it's going well. Getting closer to thinking to want to actually do something with the turds. We'll see how that continues. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I believe this is going to be the end of this highlight video. So you can probably expect there to be more highlight videos in the future. This will probably, when this highlight video is done, it'll probably get posted to the Reddit. So if you're watching this on Reddit and you watched all the way through, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll have more like this. Again, I think the goal is to get them to a little bit over 30 minutes long and then post them. So this one was over 4 days of streaming, so it's actually about 24 hours of streaming that's been condensed down into this highlight video. If you're watching this live or watching the unedited version, you can see what I think is the highlights of at least finished projects. Try not to necessarily show people, unless people want to see the process of being built, in which case they can then watch the unedited version or the 5x version, which have been being posted as soon as they're uploaded and ready. Whereas the highlight video, obviously, I'm waiting until the video is decently sized, so about half an hour video. Let me go over the schedule. I'll delay the Twitch ad because we're about to bring the stream to a close, and the Twitch does not need another ad. I'll go over the schedule for the next couple days. Today was Factorio Pyanodons. It is a Tuesday. Tomorrow is going to be Shadow Empire. The day after that is going to be Solar Expanse. The day after that is going to be Old World. I think we're going to finish Old World. Depending on how quickly we get through Old World, we'll do Frostpunk 2 afterwards. Or if we do like a 3-parter, we'll do like Terraformers the Red Planet Waits again. Just as a way to finish off the stream. I want to at least give Frostpunk 2 half the stream. So if Old World takes 3+ parts, then we do something else. And then Frostpunk 2 will take 4 days from then. And then Saturday we'll be back to Factorio Pyanodons, and then the cycle will repeat with Factorio Pyanodons as the lead, right? So it'll be Saturday Factorio Pyanodons, Sunday Shadow Empire, Monday Solar Expanse. Next Tuesday will probably be whatever replaces Old World, and then the Wednesday for next week should be Factorio as well. So that's the cycle. If you're watching this on if you're watching this on Reddit or whenever this gets posted live, that's the upcoming schedule. It should still hopefully be this week because of how I try to get these uploaded. I try to upload these as soon as I can. Obviously the edited version is going to take a little bit longer to get through, getting edited out, but I've got most of the editing actually done for that, except for day 10, which is the part we're just recording right now. Because of a day 10, it's actually been broken into 2 parts because I ran out of space in the middle. I had to stop the recording and do some shuffle, so sorry for those watching live on Twitch for the interruption. I suppose I could have kept the stream shorter and wouldn't have had that problem, but I underestimated how much space I had left on the computer and ran out probably about an hour earlier than I intended to stop. But this is where we're going to go put the stop in. So with that, if you're watching live on Twitch and you want to comment, respond to, or you've got anything you want to chat to me about, now's a good time to leave those chats before I bring the stream to a close. I'm going to put a quick save in here, and this is the end of stream save. Well, this is stream save 13. Some of the days I did a couple of first streams. I did 2 parts, so I saved at the beginning of the first part and then saved at the beginning and the end of the second part, sort of thing. Which is why we're on 13, even though it's day 10. A couple days I have multiple ones. This one I did a save midday, so this one's technically got 2 days, but we're still on 13, I suppose. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to wish everyone, especially anyone who's watched this late into the YouTube video, if you're not watching live on Twitch, the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.